here talking about Joy is gay. You know what? You'll turn everybody gay. You know what? If you watch it, maybe somebody will kiss it. Now the bottom line is this. Ric Converse, Red Attitude, and Xsiris. I promise you this night, especially for you, we're gonna kill Ric Converse. I guarantee you that. You know what's right? Yeah. You know what? They won't go ahead and say we're gonna fake dynasty, but you know what I found out? Dynasty existed before Ric Converse even brought the name up. If you think back in the 80s, there was a show I think was called Dynasty. And you know, I called Joan Collins and she told me this. She said, whoop Ric Converse and Red Attitude's butt tonight. Shut up. So tonight, I got somebody, I got with Steve, and I got with Joey. And I said, we need somebody that's mean. Somebody that's gonna do what we want him to do and get rid of Ric Converse. So ladies and gentlemen, I got the baddest man that I can find, Mr. Elite, Jake Manning!
Jake Manning's here!
Oh, you like it?
Oh, you like it?
Oh, you can pull all you want. Pull all you want, get up tonight.
I just got a Dynasty shirt, folks! That means I'm official, home! Talk those ass That means I'm official, home! Talk those ass
Y'all get those 3 fake Dynasty members out here, and we're gonna kill them. Yo, back to you for you and your whole family.
First fall with a singles action one-on-one, and Ty Dillinger just asked me to tell you that if you keep chanting Ric Converse, he's leaving.
Well, it's a full night of very intriguing bouts here at Ultimate Survivor 4. And there is so much on the line in this one. It's a triathlon survivor match, pitting the original dynasty of Brad Attitude, Xsiris, and the AWA World Heavyweight Champion himself, the first, Ric Converse, against the new dynasty, Joey Silvia, Simply Steve Greene. Their manager, Ty Dillinger, is at ringside, and they may have pulled the coup of the night. Because a lot of people in the back talked a couple weeks heading into this one. Who is going to be wrestling for the new dynasty as far as that third member? Is it going to be Ty Dillinger? Or will Trent Wild finally rear his head after all these months being absent and hiding in the shadows? It's neither one, and no one knew it until he walked through the curtain that the new member of the new dynasty is Mr. Elite, the elite enforcer himself, Jake Manning.
That's right. You know, what we've got here is a best of 3 falls little miniature tournament, but it's not going to be one-on-one in every fall. This first fall will be one-on-one. The second fall will be tag team, 2-on-2, and the third fall, if necessary, will be a 6-man rules tag team action.
Right. We're going to have 2 falls for sure, and obviously both sides have elected their individuals to start this very crucial triathlon survivor match. It's going to be the new member of the new dynasty, Jake Manning, against Xsiris, which means fall 2 is going to be Joey Silvia and Steve Greene against Ric Converse and Brad Attitude.
Man, ain't that going to be a hoot. But right now, business getting underway here as Xsiris, and the fans are not they're not really taking up with Mr. Elite at this point.
Oh no, Jake Manning was actually brought into this promotion by Michael McAllister back at the start of the year, and kind of has been seen off and on since then. Never really laid claim to one alliance or another, but this certainly solidifies where his loyalties stand.
And right now, Mr. Elite over here showboating with the rest of his dynasty over here on the corner. And I mean, I thought we was going to get to see Dillinger get beat up. What is with this?
I'm greatly disappointed that Ty Dillinger will not be making...
This could be Xsiris versus Ty Dillinger. I'd pay to see that.
Boy, exactly right, Randolph. In 1 second, as we get to the action, what a backdrop by Jake Manning, who lands the first huge blow in this contest, that the winner gets all the right to the name, the music, the hand sign, everything to the dynasty.
And right now, Xsiris got the second win, whipping up on the head of Jake Manning, driving him face first into the turnbuckle and unloading. Manning trying to turn this one around.
It's almost ironic that these 2 men are starting because they're almost the new blood of both factions of the dynasty, because Xsiris, while always friends with the original faction of the dynasty, was never officially inducted as a member. But when Mr. Brad Reigns decided not to arrive for an impending dynasty reunion and to pass the torch to Xsiris.
Yeah, there were hard feelings over that, and I believe the hardest feelings were from the members of the original dynasty when their original partner didn't show up. But right now, Xsiris got his hands full. Mr. Elite trying to unleash it. I mean, he's got his own personal little cheering section of cronies running around the ring.
Hammering away across the chest of Xsiris there, thanks to getting all of Xsiris' momentum halted because of the interference from Silvia, Greene, and Ty Dillinger at ringside. Now Jake Manning with the Irish whip. Xsiris ducks and flies all the way to the floor, taking out the new dynasty at ringside.
See, fans, that's why we don't let fans stand at ringside, is because you may end up under a pile of bodies. But look at this. Jake Manning going back on the offensive, directing traffic down here on the floor.
Boy, that was so like Xsiris, because as soon as you think you have him down and out, he will explode and fly in a blink of an eye.
And Xsiris right now getting his face driven into the ring apron by Jake Manning. And this one's getting ugly already. They need to get it back into the ring.
Well, the official's not doing a very good job of separation here, because you got the new dynasty putting the boots to Xsiris right on the concrete, while another official tries to keep the original dynasty from interfering. That's not very fair.
It's almost like Dillinger's got his own officials out here working for him. But right now, it looks like the plan's backfiring. Dillinger making his way out of the corner.
Boy, Brad Attitude rounded that one corner and Ric Converse got the other. But regardless, Xsiris, despite the incredible dive to the outside, took a lot of punishment there, and now only a 2 count for Mr. Jake Manning.
And that's right, and I tell you, Jake Manning able to get the 2 count out of Xsiris. He was rolled in back into the ring by the cronies on the outside, once again involved, and should not be.
Gut wrench or salto suplex, whichever name you prefer. Now with the lateral press. Jake Manning looking very impressive in his first match as a member of the New Dynasty.
And right now he's going to pull Xsiris up by the hair, trying to keep control. I mean, he is enjoying this moment in the limelight, it appears.
You know, of course, Randolph, all of us are hoping and praying that somehow Ric Converse, Brad Attitude, and Xsiris can secure the rights and complete control of the name Dynasty. But regardless of who wins, I would just be happy that we can stop referring to Old Dynasty, New Dynasty, and all the confusion that comes with that. After tonight, after that final bell, there will only be one Dynasty. Side headlock by the Elite Enforcer, wrenching away on the skull of Xsiris. And I would say, along with Kamakazi Kid, there have probably been no individual that has taken as much punishment over the years and done as much insane maneuvers that should have ended his career as Xsiris.
And you see Xsiris, you know, he's putting it all out right now. Jumps right back into the man's arms. He's able to use the ropes.
What a neck breaker! That could have very well broke the neck. Just snapped it like a twig.
Did you hear how quiet the fans at ringside got on that move? I mean, they're as stunned as Xsiris is right now. This could be over. Referee down, making the count. Xsiris' leg draped across the ropes, and I don't think it was intentional.
As you often refer to, involuntary reflex, because Xsiris' upper torso was completely immobile.
And right now, Xsiris looks like he's not really with us at this point. Jake Manning picks him up, suplexes him over. More damage to the lower back. Xsiris trying to get up, but he's not having very good luck at it.
Of course, most of our fans that watch wrestling over the years are very familiar with how best 2 out of 3 fall matches work. In this first fall, it's been stated so many times in the past, the first fall in that style of match is so very, very crucial. It's just like losing that first game in the World Series or NBA Finals. Once you're down 1-0, it's always an uphill battle.
Well, yeah, you always have to change your strategy, and you have to put it all for broke every time out. And right now, Xsiris getting a second win, coming back, taking out Mr. Elite, pounding away on him in the corner.
Just like we said, that explosion, that leg lariat exploded out of nowhere, but reversal by Jake Manning, who's coming in. Xsiris dips down, dumps Jake Manning up over the top, jockeying for position now. And Xsiris, look at the suplex. Jake Manning back inside the ring.
He's got him up, and look at that.
Oh, we got the legs! Brad Jones completely missed both Steve Greene and Joey Silvia, holding the legs down of Xsiris, and just like that, the Elite Enforcer Jake Manning, in his first ever match with the New Dynasty, has put them up 1-0 in the Battle of the Dynasty.
This is a travesty of justice in the record book. It should be shown that Greene and Silvia made the pinfall, but unfortunately it won't. The first bout, the first fall of 3, goes to this so-called New Dynasty.
Boy, as soon as Xsiris was making his comeback, looked to have things maybe going his way, it just took one shot like that. I mean, Jake Manning didn't do a thing to deserve that victory.
And right now, the rest of the original Dynasty, I mean, the only Dynasty, thank you, your AWA heavyweight champion, the first Ric Converse and Brad Attitude. And I mean, you know, this is a treat. We're getting to see royalty here at CWF back in their home ring, and look who they get to face.
Yeah, but Randolph, it's almost like that win by Jake Manning. You could almost hear it. I heard it in your voice there. You could hear it from the fans. It just knocked the wind out of all of our sails, because Joey Silvia Steve Greene, Jake Manning, Ty Dillinger are now one fall away from being the true dynasty, and that's a lie.
Yeah, but I mean, think of it from a fan's point of view. To see their favorites win this, they're going to see 3 falls tonight. So, I mean, Converse and Attitude have to get through these 2, and we should be seeing 6-man action should they be able to not get sidetracked by this gang war techniques of this new dynasty.
And this is where it started right here. Converse, Silvia, way back in the early stages of 2006. That's where it started. And why in the world is Silvia tagging out to Steve Greene rather than locking horns with the man he stabbed in the back in the first place?
Well, I mean, come on. Steve Greene's got history with stabbing Converse in the back as well. I mean, which is worse?
If you want to talk about psychological, Steve Greene was the last man to pin Ric Converse before Ric Converse won the AWA World Heavyweight title on June 14th. Joey Silvia didn't pin Ric Converse in 2006, but Steve Greene did. And I wonder if that tag that Joey Silvia just made is a perfect example of what Joey Silvia realizes is a man he cannot defeat.
Well, it's a man he can't defeat, but, you know, he's got the Mid-Atlantic heavyweight title around his little waist right now, so that makes him the #1 contender to Converse's title. I mean, isn't that part of his job of holding that title? He's got to face this man eventually.
Well, right now, Ric Converse, as much as I agree with you, is rocking the face of the other traitor in the trio as Steve Greene is getting beaten from pillar to post by the first.
And that's right, Ric Converse unloading across the chest, the broad chest of Steve Greene in the corner, and simply slings him across, and Greene's able to get up a boot, stop the momentum.
Possibly did. Oh, Converse caught him coming in. Power slam, has him down, come on. I know, I was hoping beyond hope. Maybe we could get a quick fall. Maybe we could go ahead and tie this one up.
Right now, Brad Attitude makes his way into the ring. They're going to do a little double wind-up on the arms and a double chop across the chest of Greene. He's down on his back, and Brad Attitude goes to work.
Boy, that just really takes you back to 2003, 2004, during the incredible run of the original dynasty. Every time Ric Converse and Brad Attitude do some form of double team action like that, it really takes you back to the glory days of the original dynasty.
And right now, Ric Converse, the first, making his way back into the ring. Another double team move on Greene. And look at this, he's got him up, drapes him neck first across the ropes into a big boot.
That's right, hot shot followed by Yakuza kick. Converse again with the cover, and here comes Silvia, but as soon as Converse turned around, Silvia hightailed it to the floor.
Silvia could set a land speed record for bailing out of the ring. I mean, that was quite sudden the way he left.
Come on, you stabbed the man in the back and in the heart back in February. You can't face him one-on-one in November?
Right now, Steve Greene's got the champion backed up against the ropes, going to unleash a couple of chops of his own. A little payback for a few moments ago, but Greene needs to do something with this man. This has got to end. I mean, they can end it with one pinfall here.
Well, the original dynasty is certainly showing their superiority right now over Steve Greene and Joey Silvia.
Brad Attitude tagged back in. He's the legal man. And, oh, kicks the taste out of the mouth of Steve Greene. He's face down on the canvas. This one might be over.
Boy, Converse set him up perfectly for that by clipping the knee. Brad Attitude gets the kick in right to the face, and Joey Silvia has to make the save.
Yeah, Joey Silvia making the save. That's about the only entrance he's doing into the ring whatsoever. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Silvia. Steve Greene drops straight down, smashing the face of Brad Attitude both into the top turnbuckle and the top rope there. Now, Silvia's more than happy to be in the ring now that the tide has turned for his team. And the first thing he does is mouth off to Ric Converse, who he's scared to even square off with.
Yeah, and he's backing Attitude into the corner, chopping him into the corner, going to try to reverse it here. Attitude picks it up. Spine buster down to the canvas.
With some authority, Brad Attitude lying soft, but nobody home.
See the self-proclaimed infamous icon making his way over the ropes, up off the second rope, and look at this, Attitude waiting on him.
Waiting on him, it caught him, it was so fast, I can't even really tell what happened, but I think both men had some form of collision there.
Attitude down, needs to get over and make a tag. Silvia struggling to try to get up here, and I mean both men crawling back to the corner. Referee Charles Richardson making a double count. Converse is the legal man for his team.
Well, Converse and Steve Greene are both back in yet again, and Converse is tearing the head off of Simply Steve Greene.
Converse is turning it up a little bit. Big boot right into the mush. And here we go. Elbows right into the chest.
World Heavyweight Champion proving why he is indeed just that. Once again, rocking the world of Simply Steve Greene.
And Steve Greene backed into the ropes. Converse sends him off. Ducks under a clothesline. Goes for a second one. Drops it.
Oh! He dropped Steve Greene, but I think in the process, I don't know if it was a foot or just a whiplash-like effect, but Converse's neck and head were jarred, and it is no secret that Converse has had problems with his head and neck before.
Yeah, we have seen so many times in the past when an opponent actually does a little homework and they come into this area wanting some of Converse, and a lot of times that's what they attempt to do, is set up something towards that past history.
Now with the tide turn, Steve Greene driving the shoulders into the corner, looking to set up Ric Converse, but a blind tag made by Brad Attitude. Converse with Steve Greene drives the head into the knee. Now Attitude, corkscrew body press, has the cover. Converse, now Silvia, this fall is over. We're all tied up in one.
And we're gonna see it, a third fall. It'll be the old dynasty versus the new dynasty, all three. And look at this, Xsiris already cleaning house.
I'll tell you one thing, Randolph. The deciding factor in that fall was unquestionably the double team maneuvers of Ric Converse and Brad Attitude. They wrestled like a team, like a well-oiled unit. Each one continuously set the other one up for another offensive maneuver. You saw none of that between Joey Silvia and Steve Greene. That's why they deserve this. They need this. They are the original dynasty and the one and only true dynasty.
You know, you're one that likes to speak and likes to study on what we call ring psychology. What is the ring psychology of the original dynasty standing in the ring and this new dynasty, the challengers, down on the floor? What does this tell you?
You could not be more accurate. Even the body language, the three individuals in the ring are standing tall. They have all the confidence in the world. That fall made them believe in themselves and their cause once again. On the outside, you see the frustration. There's no form of unity. They're wandering around. There's no kind of teamwork there, and it looks like it almost pains them to get back in the squared circle, but they have no choice in the matter. Third fall is here. It's six-man action. It's all on the line the way it should be. Only one of these teams will leave as the one and only true dynasty.
That's right. We will have so much of the last few months of trying to confuse one dynasty with another. Try typing dynasty versus dynasty. It will drive you crazy. Tonight is it. We put an end to it. And here we go. Starting it off, your AWA World Heavyweight Champion, the first Ric Converse, against the #1 contender, the AWA Mid-Atlantic Heavyweight Champion, Joey Silvia, who just ducked out.
Or so we thought. We thought maybe we'd finally get to see Silvia versus Converse. I mean, Silvia had no problem attacking him from behind when Converse thought he was his friend. Steve Greene had no problem with it either. But here at Ultimate Survivor 4, with everything on the line, the name that Ric Converse put on the table, the name that he made into a legend here at CWF Mid-Atlantic Rings.
Oh, look at this beautiful chain wrestling move. Converse able to take Mr. Elite down to the canvas, and we're going to say it once again, fans, wrestling.
As you're known for saying, Randolph, it's where the world comes to watch wrestling, because there you're not going to see a half-hour match on Spike or USA, but you better believe you're going to get a half-hour match, and on occasions, if the time limit allows, sometimes more than that, here live at the Carolina Sports Arena in Burlington, North Carolina.
And we'll go ahead and tell you right up front, when you're making your plans for watching television early in 2007, we won't be running a dog show here either.
Jake Manning reaching away on that hammerlock, but the AWA World Heavyweight Champion reverses out of it. Manning backs him up into the ropes, shoots him off. The first leaps over, shoulder block straight through the Elite Enforcer.
That's right. And, you know, Ultimate Survivor 4. What did we say at the beginning? There's only 3 matches. How are you going to do 3 matches? Folks, this is the third fall of the second match. The main event tonight, a steel cage right here in the Carolina Sports Arena. But we've still got names to be decided on right now. Dynasty versus Dynasty.
It all hangs in the balance right now. And I'll tell you one thing, the original and true Dynasty has all the momentum and all the confidence in the world. The new Dynasty has none of it right now. Ty Dillinger is having an absolute fit at ringside because he sees it all slipping away.
And here we go, Steve Greene tagged in. I don't think he was quite prepared for the tag. It looks like Manning's apologizing.
No one wants to face off against, well, the trio at all, but much less the first Ric Converse.
Steve Greene steps in. They've not yet locked up. I thought there for a moment Converse was going to tag out, but with the words that's being exchanged, I don't think he particularly wants to, but Greene's asking for somebody else.
We're at the stage of the contest, Randolph. It's kind of like that guy that wants the last shot in basketball. Ric Converse, he put all this on the table, and if his team is going to lose it, he would much rather lose it on his shoulders than have someone else miss that final shot.
And lo and behold, look who tagged back in. It's Joey Silvia, the infamous icon, is going to make his way again and against Xsiris. Think he'll stay in there longer than 15 seconds this time?
Well, Joey Silvia and Xsiris have had some tremendous contests in the past, and in fact, at one point, Joey Silvia and Steve Greene were proclaiming Xsiris was actually going to be the new member of the new Dynasty, which led to a tremendous heavyweight title match between Xsiris and Ric Converse back on May 20th that unfortunately the new Dynasty completely ruined.
Yeah, and you know, that was repulsive the night they actually put that new Dynasty t-shirt on Xsiris, but I guess they learned then for sure that he wasn't going to be part of their plans. But right now, Silvia's taking out his frustrations on Xsiris, got him face down in the canvas.
Of course, taking nothing away from Silvia, because I love to destroy him in commentary every chance I get because he's such a sick human being. His ego, I'm amazed he can even fit in the CSA. But the fact of the matter is, he is as good of a technical wrestler, and his ability, his God-given natural ability, is second to none in this sport.
And right now, Xsiris backing into his corner, tags in Converse. I'm not sure the infamous icon was expecting to see. He wasn't expecting to see the first, and he slips away again.
How maddening is this for Ric Converse? He gets 2 shots in on Joey Silvia, and the little chicken goes scurrying back to the corner, making the tag to one of his other goons.
And that's basically what it's turning into. I mean, it's becoming a gauntlet. You have to go through all these guys just to get your hands on the champion out here. But Converse, undaunted, he'll take a little more of Mr. Elite.
Yeah, Jake Manning and Steve Greene are simply running interference for Joey Silvia at this point, so Ric Converse doesn't get his hands on Silvia and prove who the true champion in this sport is.
Explain to me, if Mr. Manning, Mr. Elite here in the ring, is running interference, and Mr. Steve Simply Greene are running interference for the heavyweight champion, what is the use of the little munchkin in the suit at the ring?
Well, as proven before in the past, Rob McBride can handle multiple idiots of the new Dynasty at one time, but once you start piling them on top of one another, you can only overcome so much. And Ty Dillinger, even though Steve Greene had the ether around the face of Rob McBride that put the Mid-Atlantic heavyweight title on Joey Silvia, it was Ty Dillinger's distraction of the official that actually enabled that miscarriage of justice to go down.
It looks like Converse back into his corner, tags in Xsiris. And look at this, Mr. Elite's kind of backing up as Xsiris comes in, puts the boots to the midsection.
Spinning around on the arm of Jake Manning, you know Xsiris wants to get a little bit of retribution here because he's had to suffer that opening pinfall loss that put us here in the third fall.
That's right, and Xsiris up and over, only able to get a 2 count. Mr. Elite trying to get back to his feet. Xsiris back to the headlock, keeping Mr. Elite away from his corner, and he's going back in for a tag. Looks like he tagged in Brad Attitude, making another appearance here. Big boot to the midsection of Mr. Elite.
Brad Attitude hammering away and delayed vertical suplex. Take a picture because it's beautiful.
That's right, Mr. Elite is seeing stars. He's down flat on his back. with a save by simply Steve Greene on that one, or this one could have been over. There is no hesitation. They're tagging Xsiris in. I mean, they're working very good as a team right now, and they're cutting off the ring. They've got Elite over here exactly where they want him.
Xsiris vaults himself up and over across the torso of Jake Manning, and Joey Silvia in like a rat, yanking the leg. Oh, Xsiris, nice shot.
Yeah, did he flick him in the nose or poke the eyes? Either way, it got him off of the ring apron. Now, Mr. Elite taking advantage of the situation. He's going to try to send Xsiris down to the floor.
And Xsiris has already tasted the concrete once tonight. And I believe he's going to get the boots put to him again out here, right in front of the front row ringside.
Look at this, Ty Dillinger. This is what he gets paid all this money to do. And what's he doing? Grabbing the title and running.
It's Brad Attitude standing between Xsiris and the opposition, trying to make sure his buddy can get back in the ring unscathed.
Xsiris slowly makes his way back into the ring. We still got bodies sliding all over the place. What is this? Here we go. It's broke loose now.
We've got a fight at ringside. Attitude, Steve Greene, Joey Silvia. It's all breaking loose here.
Yeah, Joey Silvia keeps getting caught by the original Dynasty. I thought his plan was to not have a finger laid on him tonight.
Well, meanwhile, back in the ring, Jake Manning scored a near fall on Xsiris while everyone else was fighting at ringside.
That's right. He tags in simply Steve Greene. It's 2-on-1 right now. Xsiris taking the brunt of both men. Big double clothesline, turns him inside out.
Well, Xsiris, going back to that early neck breaker, has had a lot of wear and tear administered on the neck. And that's exactly what this camel clutch is going to do as well.
That's right. He's stretching him backwards, taking the breath out of him. Xsiris having a lot of difficulty breathing right now as Greene keeps pulling back, keeps mouthing off over to the original Dynasty's corner.
Ric Converse furious over the lack of tags the new Dynasty is doing, as Silvia now continuing to hammer away on Xsiris, and of everyone in this contest, no one has taken the punishment Xsiris has. Look at this, up and over! Silvia landed on his feet.
Like a cat, but he's going to watch out. Xsiris meets him face first with a boot.
He ate that boot too! Red Jones, as soon as Red Jones goes down to make a count, one of those other idiots is in there to save Silvia.
I'll tell you what, their teamwork's starting to show up a little bit, but not so much in the ring, but how they're coming in to save each other.
Silvia dragging Xsiris back to the corner as this fight for the right and name of Dynasty continues.
That's right, and I tell you what, Mr. Elite right now cranking the neck of Xsiris around, trying to take control of this match for his team. This is the third deciding fall. Ultimate Survivor's been a hoot so far right now. I mean, we still got a cage match coming up after this, but how is this one going to end? This could go all night as well.
Well, Jake Manning ran right into an uppercut of Xsiris, catches him with a power slam, and Jake Manning makes the cover. He's got the leg, he's got his right. Xsiris is keeping the name alive.
Xsiris able to kick out of that one. I don't know where the energy came from. He has been beaten down. Manning going right back, another shot across the back of the head. Tags in Silvia, who's going to be in for what, another 20 seconds here, but yeah, he's going to push the referee between himself and Converse so he can do a little choking over here on Xsiris on the canvas.
Hey, Jake Manning is the MVP of the new Dynasty. It may be his first night, but he got the one pinfall so far, and he has hit some big-time maneuvers in this contest. And finally, some double-team action. Knee, side suplex, courtesy of Steve Greene. Joey Silvia once again, Xsiris is down, the legs hooked yet again, and Ric Converse is giving them a little taste of their own medicine.
That's right, Converse in to make the save as Greene is back on top of Xsiris, choking away. The referee's too busy over here getting Converse out of the ring, and Ty Dillinger's cheering him on.
Yet another cover by Steve Greene, and another 2 count.
That's right, look at Silvia's wanting back in now. I mean, this is getting surprising and very uncharacteristic of Silvia wanting to be in this match at all. But look at this!
Xsiris caught him running in despite the fact that his arms were hooked by Steve Greene, and now Xsiris, what does he have in mind? Springboards off the back of Silvia! grabbing Steve Greene and an elbow for Jake Manning for good measure.
Kick by Silvia. He's taking Xsiris almost out of his wrestling boots. I don't know where it came from. Silvia took that first one, and right now he's up to the first rope, dropping the boots down to Xsiris in the corner.
Now, as much as Joey Silvia wants the name Dynasty, he wants just as much to shove it in the face of Ric Converse and take something away that Ric Converse holds near and dear to his heart. That means as much to Joey Silvia as the name itself. What incredible agility by the Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champion, making a cover and way too cocky to get a win.
That's right, he should have hooked that leg. This one could have been over for real, but right now Xsiris trying to make it back over to his corner, snagged by Silvia, and tags in once again simply Steve Greene.
Boy, Xsiris from that opening singles contest to now, I cannot believe the punishment. Super kick into the setting sun. This one's over, but woo, it was a good thing for Xsiris that Ric Converse made the save. Xsiris still on the receiving end, though, of a double team by Jake Manning and Steve Greene. Manning hammering away down is how Xsiris has anything at all left in the tank at this point is simply amazing.
Xsiris has been run through the ringer by all three of these men, plus the little manager guy on the outside. And right now he could be seeing the last time he comes to the ring under the name Dynasty with that beautiful textbook drop by Manning. Manning's over, referee's down, only a 2 count.
Wait, Xsiris has fought back time after time after time in this contest, but how many more times can you ask a man to survive this kind of onslaught?
I tell you what, Xsiris finding himself drugged back into the wrong corner. Simply Steve Greene makes the entrance, and he's getting boots from all three of these guys.
Steve Greene cutting the ring in half, has Xsiris positioned absolutely perfectly all the way back in the new Dynasty partner. He's all the way across the ring from his teammates and slowly going to sleep is Xsiris. That's twice already. But Xsiris gets the right arm up.
Steve Greene looks on like he's not sure where to go with it on this one, but right now, Xsiris back up to a vertical base, driving elbows into the big midsection of Greene, and he's going to turn this one around.
Neckbreaker drop. He's been on the receiving end of many, and he just got Steve Greene with one as well.
Steve Greene barely moving, and look at this, Silvia flies in on top, trying to do a little more damage here, give his partner an opportunity to make it back into the corner for a tag. Xsiris face first down on the canvas.
Boy, Silvia came out of nowhere there and landed right on top of Xsiris. The 10 count is on, and Steve Greene and Xsiris, let's face it, are both down and out.
I'll tell you what, right, you've got to think this can't end like this. I mean, there's got to be a decision made here. You see Xsiris struggling back to his hands and knees, back to his corner, and he finally makes the tag.
Jake Manning has the tag, but so does the AWA World Heavyweight Champion, and he's taken all 3 members of the new Dynasty.
The new Dynasty's finding themselves getting tossed around like rag dolls. You see Manning down to the floor. Converse finally got his hands on Silvia, and he's unloaded.
Oh, a blatant eye rake as soon as Converse got a few shots in. Silvia, oh, wait a second. Converse has Silvia. It's going to be the Richter scale, but no. Steve Greene moved to the midsection to save Silvia again.
Timely saved by Greene, and Attitude makes his way, and he's got hold of Silvia, slings him off the ropes. Silvia answers with a boot to the midsection of Attitude, and he's going up.
Oh, where's Silvia? Silvia's going up, but Attitude has him. Attitude's going up as well, but no. Has the arms of Silvia, has him up. Attitude adjustment on Joey Silvia.
Silvia hits the canvas face first. Brad Attitude back up to his hands and knees. And look at this, he's going to hook up with Greene. Greene's trying to lock him up here, and he's going to be a...
Oh! Call it a Greensboro destroyer, if you will. Ric Converse catches Steve Greene with the Richter scale. Jake Manning, though, clothesline from behind on the champion now. Xsiris dropkick from behind on Jake Manning. Jackknife pin. 3. The original Dynasty is victorious here today. There is only one Dynasty, and it consists of Ric Converse, Xsiris, and Brad Attitude!
The original Dynasty standing tall, winning this one in the best of 3 here at Ultimate Survivor 4. And fans, we're not done yet.
The fans are on their feet at the conclusion of Triathlon Survivor, where what has turned into one incredible contest. And you better believe that the right men won this match because they were the original, they were the true ones, and they deserve this more than anything.
It's great to see these guys celebrating in the middle of the ring victorious. And it's great that we don't have to refer to anyone else any longer as the Dynasty, as we're seeing the originals standing tall here in the ring at the Carolina Sports Arena.
Jake Manning made a huge impact on his first day with the new Dynasty, make no mistake. But in the end, it was simply not enough. And all the double team antics of Joey Silvia, Steve Greene, Jake Manning, and Ty Dillinger was simply not enough to overcome the right of Ric Converse, Brad Attitude, and Xsiris to not only hold the championship up high, but also hold the name Dynasty forever.
This is Peter the Ghetto, God of the Ghetto, Street King, Jeff the Worldwide, the theme song to the Sopranos, plays in the key of life on the mix of piano, got strange when you see it like Stevie Wonder with beads under the do-rag, intuition is bad, even if my vision is bad, yeah, no one can go, this vision is bad, but I'm not where your life meets, sharpen my sight, senses, the sense of the team adventures. Every time somebody like English is like, what is it, Joe? Tell your brother like it's bad for me. What you witnessing? Please, Dynasty. Starting like this, weight loss in my figure, stuff my dog in my pocket. I get to my nigga, watching me, so trying to get on, but I'm gone, get your thing in my nothing is gone as you predicted. I move with biscuits. Stack the heart and